Hi everybody, Kylie here from Strata Nutrition for today's 360 spin down, where in 360 seconds or less, I go over everything that we were talking about today on my page. So this week we talked a lot about what it is that you need, what are you looking for in order to actually be able to feel empowered to heal, whatever that looks like for you, and where is it that you are getting your information from? So I'm going to go ahead and take some time to talk about one of the specific posts that I was discussing with some people, and this is some of the mistakes that I have made while I was trying to work on my healing, which is still currently happening. And so all of my clients, I am right there with you. I'm doing all of the things that I am sharing with you right alongside, or I have done them in the past. So there were 4 things that I was talking about. The first mistake was assuming that I could do it on my own. Assuming that because I knew how integrative care worked and that I knew how to use nutrition to help myself heal, I didn't need anybody else to help me. I have never been more wrong. So if you're in that position, whether you're a health professional or not, I want to encourage you to consider the fact that even if you actually do know what you're talking about and you do know how to help other people doing it, it is different. It is totally different when you are working on healing yourself. And I encourage you to consider the option of getting somebody on your team who's going to support you and take away the emotional heaviness that is involved when you're talking about somebody trying to heal, okay? Secondly, one of my mistakes was assuming that I was going to get the type of care that I was looking for, which was integrative care. Somebody who wanted to sit down with you, somebody who worked in a system that gave them time to sit down and talk to you and learn who you are and understand what's going on so that you felt like you could trust them and their suggestions for how to take care of yourself. My mistake was assuming I would get that care when I was going to traditional allopathic doctors. And that truly is our mistake. So if you are feeling frustrated with a doctor who doesn't actually practice the type of medicine or the type of care that you are searching for, you need to go to a different healthcare professional. You can't expect to get the type of care that somebody literally doesn't practice, hasn't been taught, might not even agree with. So stop being emotional about it and just go somewhere else. Not that it's that easy all the time, but I do encourage you to think about it in that way. Take the power away from whoever they are and know that you can choose to do something different. That was very helpful for me. The third thing was assuming that everybody in my life, my friends, my family, my coworkers, were all 100% automatically going to be supportive of the journey and the decisions that I was making and those that I was not making. This is a really, really hard pill to swallow. I was just talking with a client today who had no support from their family, no support from their friends, and no support from the people that they were working with. And they felt super alone and really isolated. If you are that person, first of all, I'm really sorry if that is your experience, but I want you to know that it is very real for a lot of people. That being said, you need to get somebody on your team who is going to support you and going to support you in the way that you need to be supported. So if you are working with different people on whatever it might be, it doesn't even have to be gut health or nutrition related, on whatever, if they haven't asked you, what do you need? How can I be helpful? What can I provide for you that will make this easier? If those questions haven't been asked, you need to start working with somebody else or ask those people to respond to you in that way. How is anybody supposed to get help if they're not asked what type of help they need? Get somebody on your team who wants to help you heal the way that you need to do it. And then lastly, speaking of healing, a fourth mistake, not lastly, but fourth, I really misunderstood the timeline of what the process of healing actually means. Anybody who is going through any type of healing, particularly when it comes to autoimmune diseases and gut health, you didn't get where you are overnight. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen in just a year. It happened slowly and incrementally, layer after layer after layer after layer. You have to understand that your expectation for that to change in a week, or even in 3 months, sometimes even 6 months is not long enough. Give yourself some grace. Allow yourself to move through your process, whatever it looks like, the highs and the lows. Allow yourself permission to move through that process gracefully. Embrace all of the shittiness that is absolutely going to come your way. And just know that there will be light at the end of the tunnel, and that all of the ups and downs are not only normal, but should be expected. So that is my experience. Those are 4 things that I know for me were, I'm going to call them mistakes, because I've really learned how to approach those things differently. And it has done a world of difference. Meaning I feel lighter. I feel a level of acceptance. I feel a heaviness that I'm not fighting this stuff anymore. And I really encourage you to consider those tiny shifts in your mindset to just bring a little bit of space into the process for yourself. I really, really hope that helped. If you're looking for any information on gut health and where you can maybe start to even consider doing something about that, check out stratanutrition.com. I have a whole resources tab where you can find tons of totally free downloads to help get yourself organized. And as always, feel free to reach out to me and let me know if you have questions or if you're interested in talking about what working together might look like. Really looking forward to talking with some of you. And as always, I'm totally cheering for each and every one of you. Enjoy. Have a good one.